Welcome to Solar Age, the podcast that shines a light on the path to a brighter, more sustainable future. Join us as we explore the transformative power of technology in creating a Solarpunk world.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be doing a deep dive today into a future that sounds like it's straight out of Solarpunk, fiction.
Yeah.
A world where robots are doing all the work and humans are, free to just like explore and create and connect.
Right.
And just a world of abundance, basically.
Yeah.
And our guide for this journey is going to be some pretty cool research from Rethink X. They're a group known for their, really good predictions about disruptive tech.
Yeah, they've been very accurate in the past.
Yeah, so buckle up, everybody, because we're about to explore a world transformed by robots and powered by the sun.
That's right. It's closer than you think, actually, this Solarpunk future.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of the things that I found fascinating in this research is that it shows that it's unfolding right now, and it's happening a lot faster than most people think.
Really?
Yeah, and one of the things that they identify is a pattern they call the disruption X curve.
Ooh, I love a good curve. Tell me more.
So basically, whenever a new technology comes along and it makes something 10 times cheaper than the old way of doing things, disruption is inevitable.
So like when cars replaced horses.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
a perfect example.
Yeah.
In 1900, horses were the dominant mode of transportation, but cars came along, offered a 10x improvement in terms of cost per mile traveled.
Right.
And just over a decade later, cars were everywhere,
Wow.
and horses were fading from city streets.
So you're saying that we're on the brink of a similar disruption, but this time it's not just transportation.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It's everything.
Wow.
Rethink X argues that robots are already cheaper than human labor in many industries.
Really?
And just like with cars, the cost of robotics is only going to plummet further.
Wow.
So we're talking about robots that could cost less to operate than paying a human minimum wage, and they can work around the clock without breaks or complaints.
It's hard to compete with that.
It is. The implications for the cost of labor and for society as a whole are mind-blowing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
So this isn't just about robots taking some jobs in factories, right? This is about like a fundamental shift in how our entire society functions.
Absolutely. You've hit the nail on the head.
Right,
This isn't just an upgrade.
right.
This is a complete phase change.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this ties into the whole Solarpunk idea.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaper, more efficient labor leads to lower costs for everything, which could, in theory, create a world of abundance where everyone's basic needs are met.
Exactly. And it's not just about meeting basic needs.
Right.
Imagine a world where robots are taking care of all the mundane tasks, freeing up human time and energy for creativity, exploration, and connection.
Wow.
This is where the Solarpunk vision really starts to take shape.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, we're potentially talking about a future where work as we know it becomes optional.
Right.
What would people do with all that free time?
Right. What gives their lives purpose and meaning?
Yeah, that's a question I'd love for all of you listening to think about.
Hmm.
What would you do if you didn't have to work a job to survive? Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's important to emphasize, though, that this transition won't be without its challenges.
of course.
There will be significant disruptions to existing industries and ways of life.
Yeah.
But Rethink X makes a very compelling argument that embracing this robotic revolution is essential for any nation that wants to thrive in the 21st century.
Okay, so we've established that the robot revolution is coming,
It's coming.
and it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
But how does this all tie into the Solarpunk vision of a sustainable, equitable future powered by renewable energy?
Yeah.
What does a robot workforce have to do with solar panels and community gardens?
Right.
I'm ready to dive deeper into that connection.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's a great question, and it's easy to kind of get caught up in thinking about the robots themselves. But the real magic happens when we combine this robotic workforce with another really transformative technology, and that's solar energy.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
All right, so imagine this. You have vast solar farms spread across deserts and rooftops,
Okay.
capturing the sun's energy,
Yep.
converting it into electricity.
Hmm.
This clean, abundant energy powers our homes, our transportation,
Right?
and crucially, it powers our robot workforce.
So robots running on sunshine, It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi novel.
It does.
But you're suggesting this could be our reality.
Yeah, absolutely. We already have the technology for both, advanced robotics and large-scale solar energy production. And what's exciting is that the cost for both of them is plummeting rapidly.
Really?
When you combine this ultra-low-cost labor that's provided by robots with ultra-low-cost energy from the sun, that's when you create the foundation for a truly abundant future.
This is starting to paint a very compelling picture.
Yeah.
But let's not forget about the human side of the equation, right? We talked earlier about people potentially having a lot more free time.
Right.
But what about those who might lose their jobs to robots?
Yeah.
How do we ensure that this transition is fair and that it benefits everyone, not just the tech elite?
That's a crucial consideration, and it's one that Rethink X addresses directly in their research.
Okay.
They argue that this transition to a robotic workforce is going to require a fundamental shift in our social and economic systems.
So we're not just talking about a technological revolution, but like a societal one as well.
Exactly. We'll need to rethink things like education, job training, and social safety nets. The old model of working for a living may no longer be relevant.
Right.
In a world where robots can handle most of the essential tasks.
That's true.
This opens up all kinds of possibilities for new models of social organization and economic distribution.
So like what? Could you give some examples?
Well, one that's been getting a lot of attention lately is the idea of a universal basic income.
Oh yeah, UBI. I've heard about that. Tell me more.
Essentially, the idea is that everybody receives a guaranteed basic income, regardless of whether they have a job or not.
Okay.
And this would provide kind of a safety net for those people who are displaced by automation. But it would also free people up to pursue their passions and contribute to society in new and different ways.
Yeah, so it's not just about taking care of people who are out of work. It's about empowering people to do what they love.
Right. That's the idea.
Wow. That's a powerful concept.
It is. It's one possible solution, and there are many others being explored.
Right.
But the point is that we need to start having these conversations now as we're entering this time of really rapid technological change.
Yeah.
We have a real opportunity here to shape this transition and create a future that works for everyone.
Right, not just a select few.
Not just a select few.
It's clear that we're not just talking about robots and solar panels.
Right.
We're talking about a really fundamental shift in our values and priorities as a society.
Yeah.
In a world of abundance where basic needs are met without the requirement of traditional work, what becomes the driving force for human endeavor?
Right. What motivates people to get out of bed in the morning?
Exactly.
Well, that's the beauty of it. In a solarpunk future, the driving forces become things like creativity, self-discovery, community engagement, the pursuit of knowledge.
Right.
Imagine a world where people are free to pursue their passions, explore their artistic talents, connect with nature, and contribute to the well-being of their communities.
Yeah.
This is really where the solarpunk vision really starts to resonate, I think.
Yeah, it's not just about technological advancements. It's about creating a more just equitable and fulfilling society.
Exactly. It's about harnessing the power of technology to create a world where everybody has the opportunity to thrive, not just survive.
Right.
A world where our energy comes from the sun, our basic needs are met by robots, and our time is freed up to explore the vast potential of the human spirit.
This has been an incredible journey so far, and I'm excited to see where we go next.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the potential for a robot workforce to create a world of abundance powered by clean solar energy. We've talked about the social and economic changes this transition is going to require.
Right.
The need for new models of work and purpose.
Yeah.
But what about the potential risks and challenges? Are there any downsides to this seemingly utopian future?
Yeah. That's a great question, and one we should definitely explore.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's easy to get swept up in all the excitement of like a robot-powered, solar-fueled utopia.
Right.
But like with any major societal shift, I imagine there are going to be some bumps in the road, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What are some potential downsides or challenges we should be thinking about?
Well, one of the biggest ones, and we touched upon this earlier, is the potential for job displacement.
Yeah.
Even with things like retraining programs and a universal basic income.
Right.
The transition is probably going to be pretty disruptive and unsettling for a lot of people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's one thing to imagine a world where work is optional, but it's quite another to like grapple with the very real anxieties that people might feel about their place in that world.
Right.
What about the potential for, these technologies to exacerbate existing inequalities?
Yeah.
Could we see a scenario where the benefits of automation and abundance are concentrated in the hands of just a select few?
That's a really valid concern, and it kind of underscores the importance of proactive policymaking and ethical considerations in how we develop and deploy these technologies.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that this transition to a robot workforce is managed in a way that benefits all of society,
Right.
not just a privileged few.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how we choose to use it
Exactly.
and the systems that we put in place to make sure that there's a just and equitable distribution of its benefits.
That's right.
It sounds like this whole transition is going to require a lot of careful planning and collaboration to navigate successfully.
Oh, it absolutely will.
Yeah.
But I really believe that if we approach this challenge with foresight, with compassion, and a commitment to social justice, we can actually harness the power of these technologies to create a truly solarpunk future, a world that's not only abundant and sustainable,
Right.
but equitable and fulfilling for everyone.
This whole conversation has really opened my eyes to the incredible potential of a robot workforce
Yeah,
and the possibilities it unlocks for a solarpunk future.
it's exciting.
It is. It's not just about technological advancements. It's about reimagining what's possible for humanity.
Yeah.
It's about moving beyond scarcity and competition toward a world of abundance and collaboration where our basic needs are met.
Right.
And we're free to pursue our passions and create a more, beautiful and meaningful world.
That's it. That's the dream.
Yeah, I'm feeling incredibly inspired, and I hope all of you listening are too.
Me too.
This is a conversation that I think deserves to continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we want to hear from you.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
What excites you most about this potential future? What concerns you? What would you do with your time if work was no longer a necessity?
Yeah, tell us in the comments.
Share your thoughts and dreams in the comments. Let's keep this solarpunk conversation going. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining the possibilities along.
If you enjoyed this episode of The Solar Age, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell button so you won't miss any future episodes. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below about what resonated with you or share any ideas you'd like us to explore in upcoming episodes. Let's keep the conversation about a brighter future going.